Okay, and welcome to Military Mayday. We're going to do another little disaster zone area. These are just some quick stories about some natural disasters around the planet. Kind of neat little information, quick stories. First one is a 6.3 magnitude earthquake that jolts the Philippines. An earthquake of magnitude 6.3 on the Richter scale jolted the Philippines on Wednesday, the National Center of Seismology information informed through a post on social media. The earthquake occurred at 1651, that's 450 on a Wednesday at depths of 160 kilometers. I'm not sure how many feet that is, miles, whatever, I guess feet. Earthquake in magnitude 6.3 occurred on 4/10/23. Earlier in June, a deep earthquake shook parts of the Philippines southwest of the capital. A 6.2 magnitude earthquake on Thursday morning near Hukay, about 120 kilometers, 75 miles below the Earth's surface, the U.S. Geology Survey said. Deep quakes are often widely felt, but with less potential to cause major damage. Hukay is about 140 kilometers or 87 miles from Manila. Earlier, two strong earthquakes of magnitude 6.2 and 4.6 struck Nepal on Tuesday, the National Center of Seismology, the NCS, reported, adding that the tremors were felt across large parts of India. Looks like we're not getting any pictures. So that's a pretty big earthquake there, 6.3. You don't want to be in one of those. 8 dead, 23 Army men among 49 missing as a flash flood wreaks havoc in the Sikkim. At least 8 people died and 49 others, including 23 Army personnel, went missing on Wednesday after a cloud burst over the Lanak Lake in North Sikkim triggered a flash flood in the Teesta River Basin, officials said. 3 of the dead were washed up in the North Bengal. The flood in the Sikkim that started around 1:30 a.m. was made worse by the release of the water from the Chungtang Dam. Well, yeah, that's going to not help it. A steel bridge at the Singdom, known as the Indrini Bridge, 30 kilometers of the state capital, has been completely washed away by the Teesta River water earlier Wednesday. Looks like that's some piece of it there. The release of the water from the Chungtang Dam led to a sudden increase in the water levels up to 15 to 20 feet high downstream. I'll show a little video of it. There it is. I think there's another one down here. Got it, boy. We'll go here. 1 killed in a landslide after earthquakes rattled Nepal. Rescuers in Nepal dug with shovels in their bare hands on Wednesday as they searched for a woman killed in the previous day. She was swept away by a landslide triggered by the earthquake, police said. 2 quakes of magnitude 6.3 and 5.3 struck about a half an hour apart in the Beijing district bordering India on Tuesday, bringing down several houses, injuring at least 16 people, setting off landslides and severing a main road. Rescuers had found some human remains indicating the missing woman had been killed. Public officials, Depeche Chodhedri, said from the scene of the landslide of the Oka village, adding that another reports of death had come in. That was from that story I reported yesterday. Here's another story from yesterday. Russia says Japan did not fully inform it about the Fukushima water. This is a quick little read here, but very interesting. Russia said on Wednesday that Japan had failed to provide full information on the treated radioactive water being discharged from the wreckage of Fukushima #1 nuclear power plant, despite repeated requests from both Moscow and Beijing. Japan started releasing the water from the plant into the Pacific Ocean in August and was heavily criticized by China, which immediately banned all seafood imports from Japan. We in China have repeatedly urged the Japanese side to show the transparency and provide all interest states with full access to all information about the discharge of the water from Fukushima 1 nuclear power plant. Japan had not done this. Japan had failed to properly respond to these issues and guarantee the absence of a threat, including a long-term one. A massive earthquake on the 2011. Japan says the release is safe. noting that the International Atomic Emergency IAEA has concluded that the impact on the people and the environment is negligible. Russia is considering joining China in banning Japanese seafood imports, a Russian regulator said last month. Zakharova said that Russia's concern would be immediately removed if Tokyo stopped the process of draining its waste into the world's ocean, adding that China had expressed the same view. So, yeah, that's probably something you're going to keep hearing about. We got a drought in the Amazon causes food and water shortages in western Brazil. We'll burn through this one here. Devastating drought sweeping across the Amazon rainforest in Brazil has caused several disruptions in essential items such as food and drinking water. This is due to record low water levels in rivers that serve as the main transportation routes in the state of the Amazonas. As a result of the prolonged drought, this state has declared an environmental emergency and implemented a task force to assist those impacted, as the persistent food and water shortages present significant challenges. The drought is linked to the El Nino, which leads to reduced cloud formation and less rainfall. What happens now? The atmosphere is much warmer, so the global temperature is increasing, and the forest is feeling the increase of temperatures. So we are very close to no return point, and that's what we have to preserve our forests, not only in Brazil, of course, but it's the whole globe, blah, 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 blah. The drought not only disrupts vital supplies, but also has a negative influence on fishing. The widespread death of fish due to low water levels and high temperature has resulted in the water contamination, prompting local people to seek alternative sources to meet their needs. Looky there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be it from me at the moment. I will put out another video more on military. But if you like this content, then smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Try to get you some more videos. Anywho, toodaloo.